Hi guys, this is Someone Like Me podcast and I'm Joy. How are you doing? Hi guys, today I want to inform you our podcast changed our structure a little. As it says in our podcast description, this show is for parents who are striving every day to become a better parent, better self, for those who need comfort, support, and cherishing instead of judgment and criticism. And our main topic is how can we be successful as an individual and at the same time as a parent. We will find out with our brilliant guests and stories from you, listeners. For all those who are dealing with the same struggles, we are going to share our thoughts and ideas. Why don't you join us? Until you join us by sending us email to SomeoneLikeMeTeam7@gmail.com. We will share our opinions, thoughts, and ideas. This is also a place for future and now mompreneur, entrepreneur who is mom. Hi again guys, I missed you so much. We took some time to adjust and change our direction in our podcast, and I feel more comfortable with the new structure. And until we get our listeners' stories and guests to join us, I will be sharing my thoughts and experience on each day's topic. Tuesday's topic is Mompreneur. So, how can we become a mompreneur? Mompreneur is entrepreneur who is a mom. So, being a mom is a life-changing experience, and our lives, the direction, schedule, priority is forever changed at the moment we see those two lines on the pregnancy test. If you remember, I just still remember that moment. It's like everything, the whole world changed to me. How do we manage to become a mom and at the same time myself? From my experience, we don't become a mom and keep ourselves. We actually lose our identity and get a new one, which is just mom. And then we have to actually fight our way to get our new identity. Our bodies, our desire, our passion get compromised when you become a mom. I assume being a dad can be a similar thing, especially if you're a dedicated dad or a single dad. But what could we do to become a mompreneur or dadpreneur? Well, being a brilliant, loving mom that we want to become itself is a big challenge, and we have a lot to learn. And in a way, to be a great mom, we have to be a great self. And I think it actually goes together, because I'm not just talking about dedicated mom. I'm talking about great mom who can give not only love but also example of happiness. So with that in mind, our topic is mompreneur. But we are not going to talk about the typical mompreneur. It's not just to be a super rich woman with a huge impact on the society. I'm talking about impacting surroundings in our own way, creative way, living the life as its fullness and just doing what we want, what we meant to do in this society. Helping and changing lives in many different ways, not limited to super rich business or a new invention. So, how could we do this? About this, I want to share with you an article that I just read in the internet. The title for this article is 5 Ways to Balance Kids and Work as a Mompreneur During Spring Break by Leslie Pyle. The ways that this woman talks about are, first, have a plan. So I certainly agree with this, especially the part that we have to include me time. I mean, without me time, we could get anxious and have no peace in our manners. Like, I would snap at my kids more when I haven't had the time for myself, to just organize my thoughts. And so to deal with especially a little kid, you need a me time. And about that as well, when you just rest without planning, just resting whenever you have a little bit of time here and there, those times are not really relaxing. So you could end up binge watching or eating. Like in my experience, it is better to be in a quiet environment or wherever you like, but out of workplace or home. Dedicated, proper planned me time, I think is essential for mompreneur. Now, this me time thing needs some help, obviously, so we need to get some help. Let's leave it at that. Second, set a boundary. This is the same as having a plan, but this is more about balancing work and family time, so I have nothing to say about this. We all have different situations, so let's move on. Third, be flexible. Make a plan. So you make a plan, you hope it to carry on that way, but you and I know that sometimes we need to be flexible. There's nothing new to this. Obviously, the plan is not going to actually happen all the time. Good to remember to be flexible when we're panicking. Then the fourth, get help, which is obvious. I talked about this just before as well. You need help, but here the writer is talking about getting a virtual assistant, which is actually her business. So she's just promoting her business here. She has a website offering virtual assistant service, so that makes sense to her. And these tips are for a mompreneur like herself, having her own business, already kind of successful, trying to balance her life and mom life and work. I get that. But not all of us are like that. We might be starting a new job or a career, starting a business now without so much resources or financial investment. We could be struggling to get work while pursuing the mom life without so much help. Our situation can vary. Let us leave it at that. And to the last point of this article, take a time for yourself. Read books, do what you like, invest in yourself. see, I started introducing this article to you guys not because it was brilliant, it was just something to think about. I want to emphasize on this. So we all are different. Our goal, our state, situation, resources, even our countries are different. Nationality. But let us not complain, but embrace our own situation and keep in mind we are special and wonderful. And it does not seem that way at this moment, but we will find out and become mompreneurs. Once we start to help ourselves, the help will come to us. Being a loving mom and living our lives at its fullness, as entrepreneurs, giving positive, powerful impact on our society is possible. We just need a strategy, planning, value us, value ourselves, value you, value your me time. The answer is in us. We will figure it out. I think the mindset of a successful mompreneur with balanced life, I think this is the key. What do you think? Please share your thoughts with us, and thank you for listening. Bye bye.